Please write in the chat if you hear me or you see me. I am live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on the Facebook page. Please let me know where you hear me from, if you hear me. Let's see if everything is going fine. I'm here live on YouTube. Do you guys see me? Guys from YouTube, from LinkedIn, from Facebook. Do you guys see me? Please write in the comments if you can hear me or if you can see me. I hear you from YouTube. Perfect. Hello, Mr. Amr. Hello, Muhammad Said. How are you? I can hear you and see you perfect. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today is really a big day. This is the first live we are doing in 2022, and there is lots of changes and lots of things are coming. And today it's more about insights, like what is your goal for 2022? What you are planning to achieve here? It's a very good question because we are starting a new year. We had already the pandemic. Now we are going out of like we hope we are going out of that pandemic and we are planning our future, our career in cybersecurity, or we are working in an organization, we want to get promoted, we want to move to the next step, or we want to just protect our organization against the attacks that's coming so strongly last few years. Actually, I was looking at the stats of the attacks that's happening in the last 2 years since the pandemic, and there's like almost a 400% increase in ransomware attacks and targeted attacks. Like that's a massive increase. The ransomware attacks and cybersecurity attacks are increasingly massively now, and that means there's way more jobs for you guys, and there is more opportunities for you to find a job in that field. And that's what we are going to talk about in this live. It's not just about what's new from MalTrak. It's about what's our like New Year resolution, our New Year goals, what we are trying to achieve this year, and more importantly, what are you trying to achieve? How we can help you achieve that? What is the next thing for you? معتصم كل سنة وانت طيب وانت بالصحة والسلامة. Happy New Year, Paul. Hello, everyone. We are getting people little by little. More people are coming. So this year we are talking about what you're gonna achieve. So 1 minute and we start. Just drinking some water. Don't laugh at my bottle. It matches the clothes, so it's okay. Anyway, so put that here. So if you are learning and building your career in cybersecurity, and you want to land your first job or your next job in cybersecurity, you want to get promoted, or you want to find your first job in this field, it's super important. It's really, really important to be current with what's happening in the field right now. What's happening today? What is the big buzzword that companies are looking for, talking about? Managers and directors, not the newcomers, just the managers and directors, CISOs, what they are talking about. What's the biggest threat they are facing? In my early time learning cybersecurity, maybe when I was in the university time, the problem that I always had is that I was looking for the things that already was a big threat 5 years ago or 6 years ago. That was something in the past, not what are people talking about currently. I was looking at type of viruses that were already obsolete and nobody's talking about them right now. Even if there's some still exist, not as the big threats at what people are talking about currently. I wasn't up to date, and that made me not able to find my first job, not able to break through and build a career in that field. But once I changed that, once I started to understand what the people are talking about now, when I did the analysis on Stuxnet, which was what all the media and everyone was talking about, a massive change in my career has happened. I become the one that the expert that companies are looking for to hire. I got almost five different job offers in 6, 7 months time. Five different job offers. One from UK, one from Qatar, one in Egypt, where I was from, um, and one from Italy, and one was online for American company. Five different job offers. I actually worked in three of them for quite some time. Um, so because of that, so what I'm saying is that is, if you know what is the country that companies are talking about today, you know what's you are more ahead than most of candidates. Most of people think that the web attacks is the big thing, and they invest so much in web attacks and all the SQL injections and CTFs and all of this stuff. But that's not what managers are talking about. It's not the threat they are talking about. They are talking about ransomware. So they are talking about target ransomware, target attacks, meter attack. They are talking about cloud attacks. They're talking about, these are the topics they're talking about. Red teaming, threat hunting. This is the buzzwords they're talking about. So if you are planning your career in cybersecurity, first thing, identify what are the buzzwords, what are the things that managers, directors, CISOs are talking about. If you have these keywords in your skills, in your resume, in your blog, in your LinkedIn profile, you will be the hottest candidate in the market. You will be from the top 5% because that's what companies are looking for nowadays. This is the first thing. The second thing, you probably will not find a job tomorrow, right? If you are starting to learn in the field or you are starting to, upgrade your skills, you might take, with help, you might take like 9 months. But if without help, you might take 2, 3, 4 years, right? Learning cybersecurity from zero and go through the whole process. Or if you're wanting a promotion, maybe you think about 9 months time. The question that comes to your mind is, what will be the next hot topic by that time? If I will work in cybersecurity in 2 years, what will be the hot topic? To know that, you need to see what people are talking about in conferences right now. What is the topic that always appear in conferences? What happens in conferences is the future of what will be a job description. Now, if you look at conferences, if you look at what people are talking about for the future, for a word of thought, mostly they are talking about cloud security, Azure ED attacks, Docker and Kubernetes. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. Docker and cloud is the biggest topic for the future, for the next 1 2 years. That will be a kind of a job description by its own. You need to speculate what will happen in the future, what will happen in the market, in the cybersecurity market. And I spend time listening to the directors, to the managers, to the CEOs, and all of these people. So I think about, okay, what is the topic that they will talk about next? And I see cloud security is something that everybody's talking about currently. There is lots of conferences talking about it, multiple presentations. There's managers talking about it, directors are talking about it, different products appearing in the market, and as well the Docker and the Docker security for the clusters, Kubernetes, and all of that. These are the next hot topics. Probably in 2 years' time, you will see job descriptions that are like this: a job called cloud security analyst or cloud SOC. You are working as cloud SOC analyst. You're working as cloud security analyst, and that's a normal job in a health insurance company or a bank or something like that. It become a normal job. There is people who are studying on-premises type of SOC and people who are studying cloud SOC. Are you ready to be the one that is the first one who is the first candidate in the market for this type of jobs? Do you want to be the one that is the hottest candidate by then? Then prepare yourself. And what I want to say is that nowadays the hottest topics, from what I see in the market, if you look at the defensive side, is malware, especially ransomware and target ransomware attacks. And the next in also the defensive line is threat hunting. This is the biggest buzzword. You have in the offensive side, you have the red teaming, not the penetration testing, not the web attacks. These are becoming the normal, that everybody has the skills, every company have either penetration testers or they hire them. It's not the biggest deal. It's like everybody. But the red teaming and the advisory simulation is the next buzzword. This is the buzzword that we have now, right now. And that's what we have right now. In 1-2 years' time, cloud security, either cloud attacks like red teaming, cloud red teaming, or on the other side, in the defense side, which is cloud SOC, cloud security analyst, and cloud threat hunting, will be the next topic. There's already books coming with cloud threat hunting. There's already this topic is being discussed a lot, and this will be a job description very soon. So what you need to prepare is prepare for what's current right now, what people are talking about right now, and what will be a job in the next 1-2 years. It will be a booming job that there will be so many positions, so many job offers compared to the number of candidates, and you will be the first one to get there. So that's to prepare for your career. And what we are doing here in MalTrak is that what I'm doing in MalTrak, still it's only me. What I'm doing here in MalTrak is that I'm speculating that, looking at what is the hot topic, what is the best advice I can give to you, and after the best advice, I then the guidance. Okay, give you the best advice is to learn these topics. What's the next step? The next step is to give you the guidance, the trainings, the skills, all of them accumulated into one training. So you only need to follow this. You don't need to search. You don't need to get confused. You don't need to look around. In the YouTube and then in these courses and then go to this and that and feel confused and feel lost, because that was what I was feeling, and this is what most of people actually feel, this confusion of what I should learn exactly. Should I learn this? Should I learn that? Should I take this certificate? Should I look at these videos? Oh, this is very difficult, especially in malware analysis. The videos that you see on YouTube, they are sometimes very advanced to just have some more eyeballs into the video and make the video more exciting, and some as well are not really teaching, as just showing how great they did the analysis, right? And if you are still new, you don't know what is the path to reach the skill that you understand these videos and able to do it after them, and actually able to do something when you are working in a real job, not what is in CTFs and what is interesting videos to do, interesting tasks to do, but what you can do in everyday job. So I give you the best advice, then I give you the training and the skill set, the material to actually learn the path, how you can go from where you are to the point where you want to be, where you have these skills that are now what companies are talking about. And beside that, I say, well, it's not only that training I should provide, I might need as well to provide guidance, help you through if you're having any um, any issues with any obstacles while you're learning that, because we all do have obstacles, we all do feel stuck, even if we have the best trainings and the easiest and the most step by step. There is some point where you might not understand one part and then you will feel stuck. So do you need some help? I'm also here in Zoom calls, and that we're trying to do in MalTrak. Last year, I have provided two live trainings. One is the advanced red teaming. That was really a massive success. People really, really loved it, and it's like with the up, like what's the current thing that companies are looking for. Advisory simulation, how to simulate a target attack, how it looks like step by step, how to infect one machine and do like a phishing campaign. And after the phishing campaign, how you can write your own malware, write your own backdoor that bypass EDR and antivirus and different protections. And then you build that malware, you deploy that malware in the company, and then you're able to move laterally inside the organization from one machine to another, to a third or fourth. And as well, we added a part where we added a little bit of the cloud part. So I said, okay, let's build your red team infrastructure all in the cloud, all in AWS, the Amazon cloud. So you can learn what's the cloud, what is virtual machines in the cloud, how do you how do you connect together, how you can build a network there, how you can have a domain, a website, like a phishing website that you can use, or a malware, a website for your own malware, how you are able to hide the tracks of your malware, so the hide your CNC, hide your server, your attacker, so they will never be able to reach who is the attacker. Actually, you always have like a kind of proxy that always hides your command and control, so you're able to protect your command and control. They call that redirectors. So we were able to build that and able to help you see the whole how the whole red team infrastructure in the cloud, how you can build it by yourself, and how you can automate that process. And I see that is not like this was impressive, and that was like a kind of an intro for you to go into the cloud world. But I wanted to take this year a little bit, like take it one step further. And the step further I want to take it this year is how I can add as well cloud security. We can add Azure ED security. Add AWS security, add how you can actually hack an organization, how you can perform a red teaming on an organization that is hybrid. They have workstations and servers on premise on their place, and as well they have some cloud infrastructure. They have Azure as well. They have Office 365. They have a synchronization between the organization on premise and their Active Directory on premise, and between the cloud, the Azure cloud. Maybe you can include as well AWS security and AWS attacks, because that is what will be the next big thing. And we are planning to include that this year in our advanced red teaming. Um, and by the way, we are having this year 3 new live trainings. There might be more, but 3 live trainings. One of them is the advanced red teaming, will be in August. Exactly the dates are on the website, so I recommend you to check the website. This is the link for our website, and we have the exact dates and everything on the website here. And as well, um, that what we had last year, we had the advanced red teaming, and we are having an updated version this year, which includes more of the cloud attacks, more about Azure ED and so on. And also last year, I had had the honor to actually provide a training in Hack in Paris conference. The training was hands-on malware analysis and reverse engineering, and it was 3 days training. This year I'm doing the a more improved version of that training, a more updated version of that training, and it will not be 3 days, it will be 4 days, and it will be here in MalTrak, which is called hands-on malware analysis and incident response. So if you think about, okay, I want to be able to learn about target ransomware attacks. I want to analyze this ransomware. I want to be able to protect companies against ransomware, and I want to have this skill, so companies will come and hunt for me because I have the skill that they want the skill that they really need in their organization right now. If I'm able to protect a company from target ransomware attacks, I will be the hottest one in the market, because every company wants to protect themselves against ransomware attacks. So we decided, okay, this year we'll update our live training, our hands-on malware analysis and incident response. We will have that live training. We'll have it 4 days, fully up to date, and it will be in June. So we have Now, two live trainings, advanced red teaming, which is in August, and we also have the hands-on malware analysis and incident response. The red teaming will focus on the new topics, which is developing your own malware, and as well the advisory simulation, which is simulating a real target attack, and as well we'll have the cloud and the Azure ED and all the different things into the cloud. The malware analysis training, which will have more about target ransomware, will have more about memory forensics, about as well um, investigation and so many different things. It's really an impressive training. I'm really excited for it. And as well, we decided that this year we will have a completely new training, which is also about a big buzzword that so many people are talking about right now. And I'm talking about people, not normal people in the street. I'm talking about managers, directors, CISOs. These people are talking about this buzzword all the time, which is threat hunting. This year, we are having a new training called In-Depth Investigation and Threat Hunting. And this training will cover the in-depth investigation, and the in-depth investigation is something beyond just being a SOC. Like lots of people, they think, okay, if I'm a SOC tier 1 or tier 2, I will just see an alert. Okay, this program is running, it's the hash is a malicious, let's block the access to this machine, let's format this machine, and then connect it back to the network, and we have responded to the incident. Or we saw malicious domain this machine is connecting to. We will contain this attack, and we will format the machine, reset the machine, whatever, and returning to the right point. Which that could work sometimes, but most of the cases that doesn't work. Why? Because when you see an alert, most of the cases, this alert doesn't say it's completely a malicious activity, or it is a clean thing. It's something suspicious. You need to investigate further. The next step is to look at more different log sources. You look at sysmon logs or your EDR logs, or look through the DNS logs, see what the domains it connects to. And after all of that, if you don't find an answer to what's exactly happening on the system, you will do a real investigation in this machine. You will connect to that machine, collect some artifacts, some let's say the Chrome history, the some artifacts on the system, like prefetch files, like different type of files, different types of information, the registry information, the list of processes that are running, the list of there's any memory injections happening there. And if this information is not enough, you might take a full memory dump to investigate what's happening on this machine. Is it a real malware, or is something simple? It might be, you might have discovered that's a malware, but you don't know if this malware is only in that machine. You want to investigate if there is any other machine that's also infected. So you need to collect as many indicators of compromise, the domains, the files, the hashes, the registry entries, the mutex, whatever you can collect, so you can use this information to scan other machines in the network and see if there's any machine else that's infected. This process requires you to go beyond just looking at an alert, or go beyond just the logs, and actually investigate more deeper using PowerShell for automation, or using memory forensics, or a combination with all of these tools, CAPE for digital forensics, or triage, um, memory forensics, PowerShell, and collecting lots of information through PowerShell, and automating all of that through across the enterprise. Right? You need that, and that could be because you saw an alert, so something that is suspicious happening. You might not even see anything happening yet, and you need to investigate to see if there's might be an attack that's already there that bypassed all my defenses. That's why I'm not seeing any alert. It might be something happening and already there in the network, and I don't know about. There might be an attacker used this new technique that is going more common these days and being used by attackers nowadays, and there might be an attacker who target me with this trick, with this new technique. Let's do what's called a threat hunting. And threat hunting is basically you build a hypothesis that there is something specifically happen. Let's say an attacker has used a malicious document, and this malicious document run a malware or deployed a malware, and a fileless attack, let's say, and there is a fileless attack that's going on one of the machines in payroll, right? And then you need to, through this hypothesis, you go through the logs, you go through you do in-depth investigation, use PowerShell, whatever you want to do to prove that this hypothesis is true. Hopefully it's not, but if it is true that this actually happened, then you will start an incident response process. If it's not true, then you will convert that hypothesis that you had into a new detection a new detection rule, a new alert. So if it happened in the future, you can easily detect it. That could be in anything. Uh, for example, when Twitch was the attack, when Twitch source code was leaked, there was some different files related to threat hunting. One of the things they were threat hunting for was the use of ngrok. Ngrok is a known app for tunneling. It's a technique to basically kind of open some ports out or making the machine more open to public. We're not going into more details about what's that for now, but this ngrok app has been abused a lot by attackers, and the security team inside Twitch decided to kick off a threat hunting process to detect this type of techniques. And they did first look for this for look through the logs, look through different things if there's any ngrok has been used. If not, then they created a new detection rules through what's called Sigma rule, and they created a new detection rule to see if that could possibly happen in the future. They can easily detect it. So with all of this is basically an intro to threat hunting. So we decided that, or I decided that this is a big buzzword. If you are wanting to really have like a big jump right now in your resume, in your career, in how you are looked through by companies, by managers, you need to get yourself get these buzzwords to be attached to you, to be in your resume, to be in your skills, to be in your LinkedIn profile, to be in your technical blog, whatever you have. You need to have these buzzwords associated to you. I am a person who is known for malware, right? I have this word attached to me now because I have talked so much about malware. I have worked in malware analysis. But I have lots of technical reports about different malwares, including Stuxnet. Now I have this keyword. If somebody were looking for malware analysis, he will somehow get across to me, to Amr because he knows malware. What about threat hunting? Can you be the person who is always known for threat hunting? Can you have the resume that gets that if somebody is looking for threat hunting, he will find your resume the perfect match for his job offer? If you want that, we have built 4 days live training, 8 hours each day, just a big crash course to help you learn in-depth investigation and threat hunting. We'll learn Splunk, we'll learn Elasticsearch, we'll cover the cloud as well. We will also talk about memory forensics, PowerShell investigation, digital forensics as well, different digital forensics artifacts that you can collect easily. We'll be using CABE, we'll be using so many different tools and lots of amazing stuff. So that's also a new training that's coming in April in 22 to 25, as far as I remember. You can also check the website up here, MalTrak.com, and you'll see we have this live training in April, the in-depth investigation and threat hunting. We already have students signed up for that training. We have as well the hands-on malware analysis and incident response, and we have the advanced red teaming that's coming in August. So this is the 3 live trainings we are publishing this year. I'll start to read the comments. So, hey Amr, we want a discount in the courses. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. We are not offering discounts now, but we are offering different types of trainings, and you can look through the Kickstarter cybersecurity career. It's not very expensive, and it's a good start for you if you cannot afford the other trainings. Um, So, any question, guys, so far? Anyone has any question? Any question here on YouTube? Um, so, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about, which is the three life trainings you are going to publish. And the most important is what you need for your career. You need to be more up to date with what's happening right now in the market, what people are talking about. Don't try to go with what CTFs are talking about. The problem always with me with CTFs is that like what's happening in the what's real attacks look like. This is how real attacks, this is what people are talking about, managers, directors, CISOs, what are the skills that's actually needed in the market. This is where they are, and CTFs are there, like in completely different world. The CTFs might be steganography, might be web attacks, some simple web attacks even, some malware, but not really the right type of malware that you might see in common, like Python or AutoEt, for example. Just something challenging and fun, which is nice, it's fun, it's a good motivation to learn, but you need to make sure that you need to know that CTFs doesn't represent the real world. Don't follow that path. Follow the path of the real attacks, the real topics, the real type of malware that companies are seeing, the real type of attacks that companies are seeing. You need to focus on that. Leave the CTFs a little bit, just learn and have fun, but don't make that your career. Don't build your career around how many CTFs you have solved, how many things you're able to do because you learn through CTFs. Focus on learning on real tasks. And that's what we try to do in MalTrak. That's why we really think about doing the CTFs. We might do because we understand what's in the market, but we mainly focus on what's happening in the market right now. So any questions so far, guys? Let me drink some water. Any question? Any answer? Again, nobody laugh on my water bottle. It's blue like my shirt. Are any of the trainings suitable for cybersecurity and digital forensics college students? Yes. If you are a student in, let me just show that question. So if you are already a college student for cybersecurity and digital forensics, literally all these trainings are really, really suitable for you. So what is the level? What's the prerequisites for this training? For the threat hunting, the prerequisites is that you have the basic information about cybersecurity. You know the basic terms. You already know on also the IT administration. You know the network protocols. You know how to open something in Wireshark, right? A PCAP file, you know what's packet capture, you know how to open them in Wireshark, you know how TCP, UDP, all of these protocols, how they look like, how they work, the HTTP protocol, and so on. And understanding that, you have a little bit of understanding on IT like Windows administration and Linux administration. Not in depth though. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to take courses in Microsoft administration or Linux, but you have to have a little bit of an overview, understand what's IP, how to set up your IP, how to use VMware, how to do all of this stuff. Also in Linux, you know how to run some basic command like ls and so on. So that's these basics. For threat hunting, you need to have a little bit of basics in PowerShell. You can start 3 weeks before it to get yourself acquainted with PowerShell, and you are completely that you have all the prerequisites for the threat hunting training. The same applies for malware analysis. You don't need even the PowerShell malware analysis, but it's a good plus. For the advanced red teaming, you need to have a little bit of skills in C++. You need to really be comfortable writing some stuff in C++ because we will write a malware in C++. We will refresh a little bit of the basics on C++, but it is really recommended that you have the information beforehand and you already know how to write some things. If you already know and you're rusty a little bit, you can refresh 1 week or 2 weeks before the training. So that's the prerequisites for any of these live trainings. And you're absolutely welcome. If you are a cybersecurity and digital forensics college student, you are absolutely welcome. Um, so that's for that question. Another question from Cyberbrock. Considering real-world attacks, I have a question. What's the technical name of a person who investigates and gives advices into how to secure a network by adding firewalls, for example? Um, so this person who investigates and give advices. So this person is definitely not an incident handler or digital investigator, because he investigate the security of the company. The For this specific type of positions, it's mostly that, like, kind of a name of like cybersecurity consultant. Mostly it's a consultant because he give advices to other companies. So he's a consultant, a cybersecurity consultant. That is the basic name in general. Um, so that's the answer. If an organization had been compromised and there is a budget for implementing a new secure network after investigating. So what's the question? Ah, it's basically a consultant. That is the best name for it. And cybersecurity consultant is the name for this type of positions. But think about it, that if you are building the business to sell these services, then you might come with a more a different name, like target attack expert. Something that is even doesn't have to have a real position, but is always called either cybersecurity expert or cybersecurity consultant. That is the normal job description for that. Um, Thank you so much, sir, for the answer. You're absolutely welcome. Muhammad Salah, hi, Amr. Nice to seeing you. Nice to see you, Muhammad Salah, as well. And welcome with us to our training. So, um, so as we said, we have 3 new live trainings. Let me show you the screen if I can share the screen, entire screen. So this is our new website, and we have lots of new updates here. This still not be updated, but will be updated soon. We still have our webinars that already has been done last year. The most demanded cybersecurity skill that companies are hiring for in 2021. Actually, it's still the same for 2022, so it's completely relevant if you watch it now. And as well, the 3 most required penetration testing skills is the same topic as the same. It's still applicable in 2022. And we have a new webinar that's coming soon in 10th of February, which is how to shift your career to cybersecurity. If you are somebody from IT administration or network security, or even you are completely outside of cybersecurity world, you are a lawyer or a doctor or a pharmacist or whatever your job is, how you can shift your career to cybersecurity and avoid this, like avoid sacrificing your financial situation. You're not going to a junior, to an intern. Like, don't go back. Without this going down for 1 2 years until, or 3 years, until you start to get to the position where you have a normal salary and good job. Like, how you can shift your career to cybersecurity without sacrificing your financial situation or giving up your lifestyle. This new webinar is really, really impressive. If you're an IT administrator, if you're a network security engineer, if you're even from outside of the whole IT world, this webinar is really, really useful for you, and it's upcoming in 10th of February. It's free, by the way. You can free register. And we have also new updates, as we added the live trainings update, the in-depth digital forensics, digital investigation, ABT threat hunting. That will be a new training. You can check here for the exact syllabus. We have as well the hands-on malware analysis and incident response. That will be in June. And you can check here to learn more. This is actually testimonials of people who have experienced that training live with me in Malaysia. And here we have the advanced threat teaming, which is coming in August. This training we have done last year. It was really, really impressive. I recommend you to check it out as well. And we have the syllabus here, but it will be even more updated with Azure AD and AWS attacks as well. So it will be super up to date with what's current right now. and what will be in the future. So that's the main updates we have here. As well, we have still the pre-recorded training, the malware incident response training. We have a new certificate now for the malware incident response. We have a real exam with a real certification. You get it through Accreditable, which is a really good website. You can have CPE points from it. You can have it uses blockchain to verify that you have this certificate and you own it. So it's really, really strong and impressive. And as well, we have the in-depth red team training, which is a pre-recorded training for red teaming. It's also really a great training. You can register now. And we still have payment plans as well. And that's all. You can also message me if you want to. And this is some of the new updates on the website. And there are some that is we didn't talk about yet. We didn't add it on the website yet. I didn't add it to the website yet, but it's coming very soon, which is basically something I want to talk about for quite some time. Um, So before I talk about it, I will just reply to Cyberbrog to his comment, and then we'll talk about the new upcoming thing that it's in the planning, it's in the cooking, and it's coming in mid of February. It will be really, really impressive. So Cyberbrog is saying that, do you think um, do you think you can improve our skills without doing CTFs? Sometimes CTFs will waste our time, but at the same time, we need to learn from real world scenarios. Is there a platform um, with what? I cannot really see. Let me see on YouTube. No, it's just an arrow. Okay. So, so basically, when it comes to do you think we can improve our skills without doing CTFs? Absolutely. You need to have real scenarios or as close simulation as possible to real scenarios. When it comes to malware, you can have just real malware. You can have just real normal malware and analyze them. And that's what we do in our trainings, that's what we do in our live trainings, real ransomware, real attacks. So you can see what's happening in the real world. What are the malware that companies are being attacked from? They're losing lots of millions of dollars from. Not the CTF malware that has been up to date, that has been updated with Python part and different stuff that never been seen in the real world. As well, when it comes to red teaming, we are actually simulating a real attack. We are seeing how the real attack works, how different security products that we know right now, how they look like, and how you can bypass them. And not talking about um, different web attack CTF stuff. We're talking about real attacks, how to write your own backdoor, how to infiltrate the real system, how to move from one machine to another, how to perform the whole attack. We are doing this step by step. So, um, so it is really way better than going through the CTF road. CTFs are fun, I don't say no, but there are way more real scenarios that you can really simulate. When we go to threat hunting, we'll have real logs, real attacks, real memory dumps of real malware attacks, real attack that moved from one machine to another and able um, to move to the domain controller. We'll have different memory images, we'll have different system logs, we'll have so many different things that we will investigate together in the training. So we will have real scenarios or as close as possible to real scenarios. We will not have a CTF type of scenarios, and we provide that through our trainings, especially the live trainings, the threat hunting and in-depth investigation, the malware training, whether they're pre-recorded or live, and as well the red team training, which we have the live one and as well the pre-recorded. Um, yeah, we do have also examples of real ED attacks. So honey-nets that were actually able to get them infected with a malware, and we see how it moves from one machine to another. We have logs, we have access to different things, and we will have that inside our trainings as well, in the live training, in the threat hunting training, and so on. So all of these live trainings are great, all of this different recorded training, but what I tend to see, so let me tell you a story of how, like, I'm someone who likes to teach, but I'm also learning a lot from my students and seeing what they fail at and how I can help them, how I can speed up their process to actually achieve their goal. At the beginning, I started with just pre-recorded training, no live support, Nothing. Just recorded videos with samples, which was really helpful for so many people, and we have amazing testimonials. But I saw lots of students who don't continue the process. They are stuck somewhere, here and there, and once they are stuck, they're not able to move forward, and then they start procrastinating and they move away. So we started to add Zoom calls. We add support. Okay, if you feel obstacles, we will help you through. We didn't increase the price, we just the same price, but we increased the help, we increased the support. We added more homework. We added different examples. We added a workbook who tells you exactly what you need to learn. Like watch that video, then do that exercise, then read this page from this page to that page in the Mastering Malware Analysis book, and then do this and then do that. We created a program for them. And despite that, lots of people have been lost on the way. And I saw that when we have a live training, we make sure that these people stay the 4 days or the 5 days, 8 hours a day. They are staying in that live training. They are grasping all the information. They are learning. Even if they don't practice as much, they are still grasping all of this information, and we can help them take all of this information in, watch the recordings, and learn from them and repractice all of that. I can basically concise that knowledge into 4 days or probably 1 2 months, into a 1 2 months program that they can actually go through and learn that topic. And then recently I came into an idea of, I see lots of people and they are going through different like they are starting from early in their career in cybersecurity. They are just starting in cybersecurity, or they might have administration or network security, and they need to be able to have all the skills needed to not work as a SOC, but maybe work as like an incident handler, a digital investigator, a red teamer, working in a really great job in cybersecurity, and being seen like as a upcoming expert, not somebody who will take a low salary or or have a commodity job like a SOC. He can easily get fired. He's on contract. He's waking up at night because he has shifts and a salary that is barely the minimum. I don't want that. I want somebody who can work in a really great job. And I decided that what if we created a combination of live trainings, of recorded trainings, and personalized plan program, a master's program, a cybersecurity master's program that helps someone from the first day he decided to join that program, from where he is, whether he's an IT administrator or is even outside of IT, to the point where he is an expert in cybersecurity. Compress 4 years of my experience and skills and things that I have learned at work. I have learned by myself, all the books I have read, all the different courses that I did and I'm doing, all of that compressed in just one 9 months program. And this 9 months program, you will have access to my entire library of recorded trainings. You'll have access to all my live trainings, and you will have not just access to this, you will have a plan, a program that takes you from where you are to the point where you are actually a cybersecurity expert. You are somebody who is not a SOC, not just an instant hunter, who is a digital investigator, a threat hunter, who also understands purple teaming and how to combine real attacks with digital investigation, who can actually test a real attack, do a purple teaming exercise as well, and have all that skills. And after that, we go into having to provide an internship for that person, not just trainings, but let's give you real case studies. Let's get you to work with us in MalTrak and actually provide these services to others. Get to shadow me and shadow my team to see how you are performing these attacks. If you cannot be in our working hours, or there is no task at the time when you are in, you will have case studies where you can go through, and at the end of that, you have you have certificates for each single training you have done with us, with third-party trainings as well, and labs you have done. You have as well your own blog, your own LinkedIn profile that we helped you build through this 9 months, and as well you have internship with us, so you already have years of experience, you already have time of experience, and After that, we bring a recruitment expert, not me, somebody who is his job is recruitment. Look at your resume, look at your LinkedIn profile, look at your cover letter, how you're reaching out to managers, how you're reaching out for different jobs, and rebuild all of that for you. So you have like a complete image of complete uh, profile for cybersecurity expert, for a new cybersecurity expert who has the certificates, have the master's program, have masters, have who also have um, the experience, who have the practical experience, an internship, who has everything, right? And to show you exactly what I'm talking about, um, let me share with you. So I prepared this document. I will copy that link and paste it somewhere here. So you can see it up here, and it's on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's on Facebook. We'll see. It's in the it's just on the Facebook page. Anyway, so um, if you guys want the link, I will send the link as well. So basically, or you can reach out to me if you want to get this document, know how to apply and so on. And basically, what we're gonna happen is this. This is the program, and what you will get. Let me zoom in. This MalTrak Cybersecurity Masters program that we are building actually, and we will start it officially in mid of February. You will get personalized guidance of what skills you should learn. So everybody starts from a different point. Somebody has studied a little bit in network and network security, someone who studied IT administration, somebody who is good in programming but he's lacking in the others, somebody who's not never learned programming before but you learn other stuff. Wherever where you are in, we will give you a kind of a personalized guidance. Here's what you need to learn. Here's the courses that you need to go through to be able to be ready for the next phase. You will get personalized guidance along the way, weekly Zoom calls, and different time zones so you can always attend. We'll have so many different things. You will get 100 hours of in-depth live training, which is include all our live trainings, the threat hunting, the malware analysis, the hands-on malware analysis, instant response, the advanced red teaming. You'll have access to the three trainings. You will have real-world experience that you need because you will have labs and different exams, different labs to do, different homework to do after all of these live trainings. It's a continuous learning, and as well you will have an internship with us, and you'll have access to all the recordings of these live trainings, and as well to access to our entire library of trainings, all of the trainings we already have, from programming, from cybersecurity, intro stuff, from malware analysis, red teaming, everything, and as well a third party that we will be partner with. You will have access to their trainings as well, and and as well you will get a certification for each single live training, and as well a certification for the whole masters. So you have more things to show for in your own resume. We'll go through multiple phases. The first phase will be an IT administration, an IT core skills. Make sure that you are ready to learn cybersecurity. Probably some of you guys already have that done. If not, we will cover that. If you have it done, then you will move to the next phase, which is the cybersecurity fundamentals and SOC analysis. You will learn SOC. You will learn how to do log analysis, how to use different products, the SOAR, the SIM, all of these different tools. You will learn the main cybersecurity concepts, and so on, what's malware, what's like so many different things. And we will keep it as practical as possible. We will not have all the fluff that's not needed. Like I saw so many people who are going through, and some of you guys are already studying masters in different universities for cybersecurity, and there is so much of subjects that are not really important for you to get your first job, like the cybersecurity ethics, the CIA or the CIA triad, which is the confidentiality, integrity, availability. They are important concepts, but these concepts are not crucial to get a job. What we are adding here, especially in this phase, is what is important, what is practical first, and very important, and even we help you learn products that are common in the market. Not maybe enterprise products, but at least the open source one. You already have the skill to be plugged in a team and start working right away. You don't need to be trained again. You don't need an internship. You already have everything right here. So we make it very practical. And then this is some of our students who went through our phase for cybersecurity fundamentals, and they were blown away from with what they have. Um, like there's Paul, if you are still hearing me, and so many people who really loved our cybersecurity fundamentals training. After that, we have the in-depth investigation and threat hunting that I just talked about. And then you will learn more about how you can go beyond being a SOC, like how you can investigate further, how you can use PowerShell, how you can automate different stuff. What is the main what is the main ideas to protect an organization, how to be more proactive, how to set up your active directory, or build a tiered model inside your organization so you can really protect, um, you really can uh, separate the different elements inside your organization and make it really hard for the attackers to move from one machine to another, or from the workstations to servers to domain controllers. And this training is 4 days training. You can take a look at the we have the exact syllabus here inside MalTrak.com. You'll find the syllabus here if you click on learn more. So we will have this live training. The phase 4 will be the hands-on malware analysis and incident response. So we'll go even more in depth into what's exactly so how operating system actually work from inside, how Windows or Linux work from inside, and how malware works from inside. And if you don't know, most of the attackers activities are done through his own malware, through his either his own backdoor or his PowerShell script or his whatever the script, or even a web shell is still a malware. And we go through in this phase, we dive deeper into so many different malicious documents, PowerShell scripts, and different simply malware, different executable files that are malicious. We go through that. We have 4 days training with that. It's a big syllabus as well. And then we go through the advanced red team. And here it's more like a purple team. So you know how to respond to attack, you know how to perform threat hunting. Now the next step is to how to actually simulate an attack so you can see if you are ready for attack or not, if your detections are right, if your tools are secure or not, are really securing you or not. Are you prepared for the attack or not? Rather than hiring a penetration tester or red teamer, you can actually be the person who's performing what's called purple team exercises to test the security of your organization. And so many companies are doing that right now inside the organizations, and it's a new buzzword, red teaming and especially purple teaming. And this will help you be in that skill. There's also some of the testimonials from the students who went through this live training last year, and they were like blown away. Like definitely one of the most up-to-date training with relevant topics. Thank you, Thabet. It's a great learning session. I would definitely recommend this training for anyone who's looking to level up their skills in red teaming. From Hanning is saying this training was highly helpful by highlighting many of the techniques that can be used to bypass the organization's security defenses. You put a huge appreciated effort with all the attendees to ensure that all the modules are clear and understood. Omar Amin was saying that's one of the best outstanding training I've ever taken. You've done a great effort, and so on. And we have here the syllabus again with all the different things. And again, the syllabus will be even upgraded to include Azure AD, will include also more cloud. And after that, after you go through all these live trainings, and between these live trainings, if between each live training, we have like 1 month and a half, 2 months. And between that time, we'll give you more labs to practice, more exercises, more blogs to write, more tests, more things to go through, more practice. So that time you basically you take in 4 days all the knowledge, and then you have the recordings to go through back again. You are practicing with that until you really really have all these skills right inside of you until you really, really say drink it all inside of you. Once you have that, you are ready for the next phase. You're ready for the next life training. You go through that on the next phase, and so on. And that's basically a shortcut, literally 4 years of work and learning and experience and knowledge and practical skills. Like, this is a 4 year compressed into this 9 months program. You have then an internship with us. While it's not like you will do work, it's more about you will shadow me, you will shadow my team, and you're building so many different things. So you will see real experience and real things happening, and you will start to practice on real incident response, real attacks, real companies, or you will also see real case studies, that reports that we have wrote, and real attacks, and you can investigate, you can try different things, we'll practice with you, and the most important, you will have in your resume that you have an internship with us. So you already passed the internship part, you already passed the work experience, right? You already have the work experience. You already have a certificate for each single live training you have done, and you have a certificate for the whole program. So you have the certifications, you have the internship, you have the practical skills, because we will give you all the practical skills, the hands-on skills. It's all about the current threats and the upcoming threats, about what people are talking about right now and what they will talk about in the next year or 2 years, which is why we are covering cloud attacks. And as well, we will help you through the whole process to build your own, to showcase your work in your resume, in your blog, in your LinkedIn profile. And that's not a phase that will be at the end, it will be through the whole process. How to build your own blog, how to showcase. And you can see some of our students now, they are starting to do this. Grant, for example, he has his own website, and he is building his own website and showing case how skilled he is in red teaming and so on. And he is practicing that and showing case that. So we will help you through this. And as well, at the end, we will get a recruiter or an expert to help you. Sorry, it's not good for selection. Okay. To help you shape your resume, shape everything. Shape your resume, your LinkedIn profile in a very professional way. I can provide lots of insights, but I'm not a recruiter, right? So if I bring a recruiter who is like an expert from recruitment direction, who can help you directly, that will be a big jump in your resume, in your LinkedIn profile, in everything. So that's what we are gonna do, and as well. That's generally it. Um, so back again, we have we are this program will be this masters will be kicked off in middle of February. We will start with that, and we have very limited number of students, because we cannot have like 100 intern, or we cannot have many students in our live training. It's always very, very limited. So we decided that we will have a kind of filtration process, where um, we will go through a kind of um, we'll go through, you will fill an application, we'll go through kind of an interview with you, make sure that you are a good fit for that master's program, and as well, we can help you actually to really crush it, to really get the job that you're dreaming of, and we make sure that you can achieve the goals you're looking for. That's basically the whole thing. If we feel we are a good fit, you feel we are a good fit for you, and we feel you are a good fit for us, then you can join us, and then the program starts for you. So Muhammad Said is saying, so what is the first step to do to get started with the master's program? Also, will I be able to do this program while having 4 classes at college? The answer is yes, it's a part-time. It's not full-time, but here's the thing. We will have 3 live trainings. So you know that in these 3 live trainings, and all the timings are here. Let me share the screen again. Um, So we have April 25 to 28, we have June 13 to 16, and we have August 20 to 25. You have to have these each of these 4 days are free. You are able to take these days off from your classes, from whatever, because you will be with us in these 4 days full time. This is the only thing. But apart from this, everything is part time. You don't have to. If you have classes, you and there's even the Zoom calls we'll have one in the evening, one in the kind of the afternoon time. We have different time zones. So if you cannot attend this one, you cannot attend the other one, and so on. So it's a part time. It's mainly part time, except you can attend. You have to be able to attend these 3 trainings, and you can take these days off. And as well, we will have an application here. I will put the link in the chat. It's on YouTube. You will have the link on YouTube as well on Facebook. I will also have it on the screen. For master's program in the link up here. So here's the link. If you can type it in and go there, it's an application basically. You will be asked some basic questions if you are really suitable for that program or not. And you can book also the interview with me if you are suitable for that program. And from there, we will have a 45 minutes max meeting, might be less. We will make sure that we'll ask you some questions. What are you basically looking for? How we can help you, and how if this masters will help you, and you're actually a good fit for us, because we want really dedicated people and smart people, of course, who will be in our master's program, and as well will be an internship with us. So we need, like, I'm looking at it as I'm also hiring for MalTrak, right? So I want people who are really good fit, who are really smart and committed, and as well people who I can help them the most. So this is basically the whole thing. Just make sure that you are applying. You are to go to that link. It's all in YouTube. If you don't know where to find the link, it's all in YouTube as well. The link to the document where we have the exact syllabus and what's exactly there is also on YouTube and on the Facebook MalTrak Facebook page in the comments in the live. So that's basically it. Any other question, guys? Any other question? So that's most of the updates we have on MalTrak right now. Another thing we are having for companies, actually, we are building different programs for companies, and that's why we are having this part of internship. We are building a new software inside MalTrak, software for companies to help them perform in-depth investigation, to help them perform threat hunting, and as well, it can be integrated with SOAR, can be integrated with EDR to help answer critical questions of the attacks that's happening. Or I don't want to provide too much information now because it's still in progress, this application, but it will be a really, really big thing. So we are building that for now. And as well, we are offering different services to companies. Right now, we are building our portfolio of different services, including incident response, and my specialty is ransomware attacks, targeted attacks, and malware attacks, virus attacks. This I can help you with the most. So we are doing that with organizations right now to help them um, how they can improve their security in general, to be able to be more resilient to ransomware attacks, to cybersecurity attacks, how they can apply different technologies like tiered model to protect themselves, to protect their domain controller, to protect their servers from any attacks, how they can improve the security of every machine, how they can improve their whitelisting, how they can improve their credential protection, and so on. So we can really improve the whole security overall. We also provide incident response and threat hunting. That's what we are planning to do as well. Muhammad is saying thank you so much, Amr. Mr. Amr, I got all my questions answered. I appreciate your time. You are absolutely welcome. And please, if you take the link, because I will change the link very soon. So please just take the link or take it from YouTube as well. It's on YouTube or MalTrak Facebook page. You will see the link in the comments of that live. Any other question, guys? Any questions here on YouTube? Anyone? So, a conclusion. This year, we are in 2022, we're going out of the pandemic, but the changes happening through the pandemic will gonna stay. Muhammad Sayed say, yes, I took it from YouTube. Perfect. So the things, the changes happening because of pandemic is gonna stay for a long, long time. We know that things will open up and we are all optimistic, but the idea of people relying on working from home, cashless payments, all of these things will stay. This will take us to a new era of more online stuff. And that means more cybersecurity attacks. We have already cybersecurity attacks increased 400%, ransomware attacks and cybersecurity attacks. And that's not on, this is not on cybersecurity news. This is on Al Jazeera or different news channels. Now, cybersecurity failure is one of the critical risks, one of the top 9 global risks around the world. It's moved from being just we are talking about cybersecurity attacks to we're talking about critical risk after mental health, after earthquakes, after disasters. Like this level, we are now talking about cybersecurity is in that level of criticality in the whole world. US is seeing ransomware attacks as a critical nation state threat, not just a normal cybersecurity attack. We are talking about a completely different thing, and it's going to increase more. We are seeing that all the companies are moving so much to the cloud. Seeing an on-premise company the whole time is not something going to stay for so long. Companies will be mostly hybrid, having cloud and on-premise. And probably you will have companies where 90% of it is on the cloud. That now we have Amazon Workspace where no company needs to give you a laptop anymore. You have your own personal laptop, you install an app, and it logins you to a virtual workstation that is on Amazon on the cloud, and this is where all your work is at. Once you finish your work, you close that app and you have your own personal computer. And Amazon makes sure that it's protected from keyloggers and all the different protections that might be, or the different security measures that's needed to protect the workstation from attacks. So now we are seeing that too, and some companies moved already to have completely virtual workstations, no physical workstations anymore. We might see a complete move to the cloud. Are you ready for the cloud? Do you know anything about the cloud? We are preparing that already. We are including that in our trainings, from understanding the cloud and building something in the cloud to securing the cloud. In the threat hunting, we talk about the cloud. We talk about how you can deploy an Active Directory in the cloud, how you can see the whole system works. And then we talk about different cloud attacks. In the red teaming, we will talk also about cloud attacks as well as how to deploy your red team infrastructure in the cloud, your CNC servers, and so on. We will be using Amazon Cloud as well. We'll be talking about Azure, which is the Microsoft Cloud, which is more common for companies right now to implement. And yeah, that's all about it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining today. I hope you learned something. It's not just like, I know the title is Big Announcement from MalTrak, but it's about your New Year resolutions, about your goals for the new year and how we can help you through the process. From we see, okay, you need to learn cloud, you need to learn threat hunting, you need to learn malware analysis, you need to understand ransomware. Let's provide live trainings for them. Let's provide recorded trainings. Let's provide guidance. Let's provide a complete master's program so we can take each one through the whole program, through the whole process with us. That's basically what we are doing. We are giving you the advice, we're giving you the trainings and the guidance and the skills and everything. We just give you everything on a silver plate, so you don't have to go through what I have done. I have studied since I was exactly in the first year in mechanical engineering, and by the fourth year, when I started to show success on the like in the summer of the third year. Well, actually, it's considered the fourth year because anyway. So it's the fourth year and the fifth year when I started to show success. I don't want you to go through all of that. And there was lots of procrastination. There was lots of getting stuck. There was lots of problems. And I don't want you to go through that. That's why we provide you the help. That's why we provide the guidance. And we provide like I think all the time, like how I can make it easier for you, how I can concise all of that into 3 months or 9 months or 6 months, how I can do that. And I believe we have reached the best type of program, the program that can include everything you need. But it's not for everyone too, which is the cybersecurity masters program. It's really not for everyone, and we are planning to be very picky with the people who are joining. We already have people joined, but we will be very picky because we have very small amount of people, very small amount of people to join, and that's why we are really putting lots of. We are having an application, we're having an interview, and our goal is not to be picky for us; it's to be picky for you as well. To make sure that that is the best fit for you, that will can really help you and can really take you forward, or we can say, well, that cannot really help you, or you don't need it. So we are actually that's why we are doing that. Thank you so much, guys, for joining today. Thank you for your time and effort. Thank you, Muhammad Said. Thank you, Cyberbrock. Um, and thank you, guys, for being here today. I will try to keep to go more live. Um, so I will be here more. If you have more questions, just write them down, or send me on LinkedIn if you have a question, especially about any of the programs or which one is suitable for you and so on. You can reach me out on LinkedIn, on my email. I'm always here to help. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. We will have more videos coming soon, so it will be really useful for you as well.